Let's talk about destructuring arrays. Up until now, the only way you have learned how to access individual elements from an array is to use bracket notation. But there's a more modern syntax that allows you to access several of them with a single line of code and assign variable names to individual elements so that you can continue to use them further down in your code. This is called destructuring. So let's look at the old way you would have done this. So for example, you may have said const starting point, gone to flight plan, and accessed the element at index 0. Then you declare another constant, let's say ending point, and you might go to flight plan and say index 2, and so on and so forth. This is not a very efficient way to grab these values and put them in variables. Destructuring allows you to do it all in one line, just like this. You still need to use a keyword like let or const, but then you open up the brackets to represent that you're going to pull things out of an array. Then you assign whatever variable names you want. Then the entire thing gets destructured from the existing array. So again, we know that this array has 3 elements, and we'd like to refer to them 0, 1, and 2 as origin, layover, and destination. Using this syntax on the left side of the assignment operator allows us to declare all 3 variables at once in global scope by just extracting them from the array. Now that we have our new variables, let's complete this template literal. I'll put origin here, layover on the next line, and destination on the final line. Let's go ahead and run this. Okay, and we see origin, Earth orbit, layover, asteroid belt, and final destination, Jupiter core. In our second example, we're going to look at what happens if you only want some of them but not all of them. There's actually a way to do this. So we'll start the same way where we use destructuring syntax to open up the array. And let's say we're interested in the captain and the pilot, but not the mechanic. I can create a new variable captain, and then I can skip over the mechanic by just using another comma, and then finally declare my second variable that represents index 2 here. And then of course we'll assign the entire array to be destructured. Now we'll replace these in our template literal with our new variables. And we'll run it. Flight deck alert, Captain Holden and Pilot Alex report to the bridge. That's all there is to it. You can also use destructuring with objects. That's something I'm going to cover in a future demo. For now, let me make a quick commit. And then over here in the practice, you are going to have the opportunity to destructure 2 different arrays. And this one, you will destructure all 3 of these. And in this array, you'll only destructure one of them, the third item. This syntax is going to be important for working with tech like React. So it's something you'll want to practice a little bit now and get comfortable with it. That's all I've got for this one. I will see you in the next one.